Good morning. It's crunch time. Oh, the keyboard's off. And I have yogurt in my hand. Oh boy. Oh, it is on. Huh. That was strange. It works now. Good morning, everyone. Oh, I need to clean my glasses. It's always these lights, like... I don't know. Stephen decided he needed to have a soft-boiled egg, and so he is finishing up his soft-boiling egg process. And then he will be up here. He's almost done. It was started right around on time. Wisconsin is showing. I soft boil eggs the Food Wishes way, and it takes about 6 minutes once the water starts boiling. So it's not that long. It's just kind of a pain. I think it's done though, because I heard him rinsing out the thing. What we don't have is an egg cup to hold the egg up so he can just eat it, so he has to peel it. So I think he had to peel it. What am I eating? Yogurt. I pretty much always have yogurt for breakfast. Tell me he has soldiers. No, I mean, we have bread, but he didn't toast any, I don't think. Are you almost ready?
Yeah.
It's almost ready. Yeah, I've never had an egg cup. Rhonda has some, but I never liked hard-boiled eggs, and then, I started eating soft-boiled eggs, but I normally have them in something, not just, like, on their own. So we didn't really have a point to have one. Himikawa says, my sister claimed all the egg cups. Actually, I might have an egg cup. I have some heirloom family china that I got from my aunt. That was my grandfather's sister's.
It's breakfast.
That she was gifted. And then when she moved, she didn't want it anymore. So I have this antique set that's beautiful. I just haven't opened it all to look what's in it. And I don't know if there's any egg cups in it. Satsy says, how many are nuclear? Well, the goblets are. The goblets are uranium glass. So I don't use them for good reason. But the actual dishes and plates and stuff they're fine. But someday I want to have a china cabinet and I can have all of my stuff up. I think that'll be nice. Not David Lynch says, I'm here to watch Steven and drink coffee and I'm all out of Steven. You'll get some soon. He's dealing with an egg. Have you checked the goblets to see if they glow? They do. I think it was December or January. It was like before quarantine and they shut stuff down. I took one into Player's Choice because they have the black lights in the arcade and they definitely glow. There's also a picture on my Instagram. It's on the vlog somewhere, but it's also on my Instagram, which might be easier to find. Just scroll back and find the goblet glowing. I put it under the Tron machine. Because there was a lot of black light on that spot.
Hi, sorry.
Hi.
I thought I
I thought I had timed all this real good. And then, apparently maybe...
Oh, thanks.
No, please, God. It took so long. I did ask Mal. I asked Mal if she wanted an egg.
Chess says you timed it real bad.
I timed it real bad. Good vibes. Good. Oh, Jared's doing surgery. Needs good vibes. Everybody, good vibes. This is how you do it. Send them out. Everybody stand up and shout. Say, Jared, hey, get the vibes. Get them quick. Do it now. Get it in your body. Do it. Feel it in somehow. Woo, woo. Surgery gonna go well. Everybody, yeah. Everybody yell.
I hope Jared's surgery goes well.
Well, yeah, that was what the song was about.
Hopefully he sees that before surgery, because I'm sure that laughing after watching that is not going to be helpful.
Sure. Also, we immediately go to like the creepiest music. Just gonna scoot on past that. That was from Pickle. That was sent yesterday.
Oh, so his surgery's today.
Well, I guess. Or Pickletron sent it knowing that we would read it today. Whew, that is a way to start a breakfast stream. That's from Pickletron. Good vibes to Jared, the 8-bit drummer who is going in for surgery tomorrow to remove an ulcer in his stomach. Well, I hope that it goes well. Thank you, Pickletron.
You should eat your egg before it
That's
gets
like a covert alert, man, when you send it the day before. Anyway, I have to eat this egg. This is good music for this.
Soft-boiled, remember. You need more pepper and salt.
I know what I'm about.
How was it?
Good.
Good. Did you turn off the burner? Okay.
Let's go. Cody says, who says pepper and salt instead of salt and pepper? Well, you have to say pepper and salt, because if you say salt and pepper, people might think that you're referring to the 90s hip-hop band. So it's important to differentiate.
Sarcab says, I don't think I have the self-discipline to have just one strip of bacon.
I do. Man, I'm going to finish breakfast in record time. Because it was an egg and one strip of bacon, and that was it.
This
Almost
is kind
there.
of like that old video you did where you just ate chicken without talking.
I'm not below doing a breakfast stream where I don't say a word, so. Jules says, Mom and Dad, I heard you guys ignored me when you saw me in Breath of the Wild. As I stated on Twitter, the character that we saw was neither holding a guitar nor a can of hairspray. We weren't sure that it was our son. This is really calming music. You do have doorbell, that's right. But you only have 2 hands. You cannot carry guitar, hairspray, and doorbell. All right.
You feel better now?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Last night before bed, I was getting in bed and I was like, Mal, tomorrow I want an egg. And she was like, okay. I was like, I want a soft-boiled egg. And she's like, okay. And I was like, remind me to do that. And she's like, if you want it, you'll probably remember. And I was like, good point. And I did want it because when I woke up, the first thing I said when I got out of bed was, I want egg. And I did. And I didn't want eggs. It's an important differentiation.
Differentiation?
Yeah. To make. I wanted egg. One egg.
Chaz says next time remember at least 7 minutes earlier.
I remembered earlier, but I thought I timed it well. I was like, I'm going to hit go live and then go make egg. And I was like, that'll be timed perfectly. It wasn't. Anyway, how y'all doing? It's like the stream just started. Y'all doing good? It's Tuesday. I feel like I need to sit up. I don't know why. Is it breakfast stream if you eat breakfast before you go live? You have to have some so there's rules, Thomas. There are some rules. You have to have breakfast on breakfast stream. You can start eating it before, but you cannot finish breakfast before breakfast stream. That's against the rules. We're working on our internal guidebook to breakfast stream. That's part of it. Noted, yeah. You'll need to remember this in case you break into our home again. If you break into our home, be carrying the Pop-Tart. Don't have finished the Pop-Tart.
What if?
You need to eat something on camera, or it doesn't count as breakfast stream.
What if I've secretly prepared Thomas breakfast without you knowing, so when he walks in, it's ready?
That's fine. That's fine. Listen, we stream under the social eating tab, or tag. So, like, in order for that to count, we have to eat. Even if it's for the first minute. There has to be food.
Mr. L. Dude says, or just take something from their fridge, which is totally fine.
We'd actually prefer that. We would prefer that. In fact, don't bring your own food. Just please eat ours. We have a lot of food. It just says, well, we have tags. We're under the just chatting is the category. And then we have tags, and one of the tags is social eating. Does it help us at all? I have no idea. Is it actively harming it? Maybe.
Thomas says, butter. Chaz says, who wants breakfast popcorn? We do have a lot of butter. How are we doing on that butter? We decided to buy butter from Costco.
We've decided to buy everything from Costco just about this year. Like, we just kept going back to Costco to get everything. Yeah. And when you buy butter at Costco, you get 4 pounds.
Yeah.
Which, does it sound like a lot? I mean, it is a lot. It's the equivalent of 16 sticks of butter. But the thing is, it doesn't... Here's the thing. Everyone, you talk about going to Costco and getting stuff in bulk. People are like, that's so many butters. That's so many eggs. I mean, yeah, but it's not going bad.
I mean, it will.
Yeah, but it takes so long. Like, you will...
I think the expiration is January.
Yeah, something like that.
And I need a lot of butter for pie.
Like, when you buy bacon, you get 2 pounds or 4 pounds?
I think it's 4.
I think it's 4 pounds of bacon. So, like, we bought bacon. We had 10 dozen eggs. And, like, we bought all this stuff. And, like, it was a lot of food, sure. But did any of it go to waste? No. Which is actually kind of incredible. Like, none of it. None of it. Not David Lynch. I didn't just eat the butter. It was for many things. It's not like I just sat around eating a stick of butter.
We use it for grilled cheese, and we use it to saute things a lot instead of oil.
Sometimes.
Lately, because we've had some.
It goes into like things.
Yeah.
It's not just like I sit around eating butter. Mao actually had, I'm not going to call your friend out. I'm not going to say which one it is, but Mao had a friend that actually like straight up ate butter. You know.
She did. Thomas says it's me. I wasn't thinking of Thomas, but if he wants to call himself out.
I wouldn't put it past Thomas. Thomas seems like a butter biter. Two friends now.
Carly's favorite part of, like, Christmas and Thanksgiving is buttered rolls. Like, out of all the dishes that you put on the table for those holidays, her favorite part is to have a roll with, like, butter on it, with, like, the warm little pat of butter.
Okay. Strong opinions on their way. But
And Carly's not the friend I'm thinking of either.
This is in no way, shape, or form indicating that buttered bread is bad. I eat a lot of, well, I don't eat buttered bread, really, but bread. Bread is by far the least interesting part of Thanksgiving. Like, Carly is allowed to have her opinion, but, like, bread is that is the worst part of Thanksgiving. And it's not that it's bad.
Thomas is wrong. Chaz says wrong. Not David Lynch says favorite side being buttered rolls is a sign you're from the Midwest.
A lot of people are calling me out here.
Warm bread with butter is so good, though. It's
Here's
one of my favorite
I'm actually genuinely surprised how many people feel that I'm wrong here. Are you serious? Yes, bread is the worst part. And it's not that bread is bad. It has nothing to do with it. I'm not saying that the rolls are bad. I'm just saying that in the scope of everything, I would rather eat literally anything than bread. It's like Donkey Kong Country 3. Donkey Kong Country 3 is the worst Donkey Kong Country. Is it a bad Donkey Kong Country? No. It's a great game. But is it the worst of the 5? Yeah. Oh, I'm about to get... Oh, God. I can't believe you made a poll. God, it's fine.
I mean, my favorite part is dessert. Because apple pie. But my least favorite part, I'm not a fan of stuffing or cranberry sauce. Sometimes cranberry sauce is okay.
People saying stuffing is the worst part is very upsetting to me because stuffing is like one of my favorite things. I know that I don't have enough time to explain this in order to get this poll back on my side, although it's...
Your mom makes amazing dressing.
Well, here's the thing.
Which is stuffing.
If you have a Thanksgiving situation in which you're forced to eat, I don't know, something you hate, then it might be the worst part. Maybe bread's not it. But bread is the least interesting thing on the table.
Disagree.
86% said I was wrong. Here's my point. This is my point.
See, your mom makes amazing dressing. I just don't like stuffing dressing.
Okay. Coffee. When you have got stuffing, when you have got turkey, ham, mashed potatoes, when you have got
sweet potatoes,
sweet potatoes, like you've got all of this stuff. When you compare that to bread, literally just bread.
But your mom does the Schubert rolls, and they're so good.
That's what I'm trying to say. It's not that bread is bad. I've literally designed an entire streaming ecosystem based around the concept of bread. But when you compare it to other things, I'm like, I can eat bread anytime. I can always eat bread.
Thomas knows what I'm talking about with those rolls.
I can eat bread anytime I want. How often am I going to eat sweet potatoes? Not as often as bread.
You say as we have 3 sweet potatoes on the counter.
That's a bad example. Wallenhorst says, bread is the worst is different from bread is the least interesting. It's not. It sounds worse. which is what I was worried about, because people were like, bread, it sounds as if like bread is bad. That's not it. It's just, it is. It's the least interesting, which is the same as saying worst.
Chess, I don't think I've ever heard a more Indiana saying.
Did Chess say? The worst part is Uncle Wilbur, who brings an entire tureen of plain saltless boiled corn. Anyway, I'm gonna move on. But before I do, I just want to exit this conversation with folks understanding that I'm not saying that bread is bad. That is not the point. Saying least interesting should have been how I worded it. But at least now you know. I'm almost done with my coffee. I needed a lot of coffee to get through all that bacon. Oh.
There's some people who said they don't like sweet potatoes.
Well, they should fix that. That's what they should do.
The sweet potatoes I make are really good, though.
I know.
They
haven't had
mostly
yours.
Candy.
Jules said, bread is bad, fight me. Don't you eat Taco Bell all the time? Is tortilla just flat bread? It's probably another discussion, but... Anyway. Carbs. 7 months from Eris Art, who says, yay, 7 months. Thanks for the content. You're welcome. Tortilla is not equal bread. Sure. Chess says, also the cousin who just turned 20 and feels obligated to contribute, so brings the dry, tasteless store-bought cookies. That's also bad. How about the cousin that does that, and then the aunt that goes over the top and has all of like makes, it's like my mom that makes like 100 cookies, and then you've got the 100 homemade cookies next to the single pack of the store-bought cookies that aren't opened because no one wants to open them. Because they're like, well, you know. We've read one alert. 4 months from Anti-Hero Yay, 4 months. I hope you guys are doing well, and I can't wait for more of the hilarious stuff to see, especially from the Breath of the Wild streams. Yeah, it was, last stream went well. I heard through the grapevine, chat may have been a little salty about a few things, but that's alright. A little salt goes great on a meal. 7 months from Summer Sencha. 7 months. I've been thinking that it would be nice to be able to share pet pictures with the rest of chat now in the current time, so I was wondering if there was interest in making a Twitter hashtag for us all to use to know what it would be. I don't know. I mean, there's probably already, like, Twitter hashtags for pets. I don't know what it is. On Instagram, I know it's Cats of Instagram. I don't know if there's a good Twitter one. Salt goes great on a meal. Yeah, okay. I'm trying to think of, like, how I would make that into a joke, and I'm like, it just feels like it would get dirty quick, and I'm like, I'm just gonna walk in the other direction from that. 26 months from Randy B. Turducken, have you guys ever had it?
No.
Hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving coming up. No. I've heard the word.
I've seen one also with, like, a crab is part of it, and it's like a...
Crab duckin'?
Well, there's all, like, it's more than just...
Turkrabbin'? What is turducken? Do you know?
Turkey, duck, and chicken.
Oh, that's literally a portmanteau of those words.
Yeah.
Oh. Like, prepared how?
You take the turkey, stuff it with a duck, and then stuff it with a Cornish game hen.
Whoa. Sorry, we're gonna have to back up. My brain shut off as soon as you got to stuffed. First animal?
Turkey.
You take a turkey.
Yes. You know how they have, like, the hollow where you put the stuffing in and then cook it? Your mom doesn't...
Are you describing to me a turkey hole? Because, yes, I'm aware that turkeys have holes.
Anyway, you put the duck in there.
You put the duck in the turkey hole.
And then you put the Cornish game hen in the
duck hole. Oh, so you basically make a Russian nesting doll of birds.
Yeah. Also, someone asked what dressing was. Dressing is stuffing that's not cooked in the bird. At least that's what they say down here.
I just, I don't really like all of this. I don't like all that. Just, one thing. Ham actually is fine with me. Chaz says stuffing is stuffing whether it's in the bird or not. Dressing goes on salad.
It's a cross section.
Yeah. It looks more appetizing than it sounds. And it's not that it sounds not appetizing. It's just the idea of one and the other and the other. I'm like, Anyway, it's stuffing or dressing. You know what it is. You know what it is. It's context. It's context. Like, dressing means stuffing if you're sitting at the Thanksgiving table.
What if there's salad on the table?
Then you ask for salad dressing. On that day, you must add an additional word. Any other day, you can just say, I need some dressing. But on that day, you must say salad. I think 2 alerts now. I think we've read 2. At this pace, we will finish by 5 p.m. 21 months from Buenos Aires. Woohoo! Finally made it to one of these. Mornings have been very inconsistent for me lately, but I try to catch the VODs as much as I can. Thank you so much for the wonderful content, as always. You're welcome. 23 months from Zach Tillman. Yay! 23 months of strange and bizarre stories from a graveyard to security. Shall I continue to do more? Yes, of course.
Coffee!
I mean, they're fun. Especially, the most fun parts are whenever you share, like, just a tiny bit of a story, and everyone's like, is there more? And then you don't say anything for, like, a week. Like, yep, someone got stabbed, and then everyone's like, stabbed? And then it's like a week later, it's like, yep, let me follow that up.
What's he looking at? He ran up here and then looked downstairs for a while.
Welcome.
Hi, Kippy Kippy.
Man, he was hungry this morning.
Yeah.
He was very, very hungry. Savory bread meat. That is too many syllables. The word savory is too many syllables in and of itself.
You need a lap?
So adding that as an adjective to something else is just...
You getting on helper chair?
It's too much. Helper chair.
No.
1,000 bits from Gamer Girl. She says, morning, Stephen and Mal. How are you? I have some sad news. My dad broke my Keurig this morning, so I have to buy a new one. I'm sorry about that. You will have to go without the hot bean juice for some amount of time. Or you could make cold brew. We make cold brew occasionally, but it's been a while.
Yeah.
We were into it for a little bit.
It requires a lot of forethought, and we're just...
Yeah, it's not effort, it's forethought.
Yeah.
And forethought is hard. Forethought is also how you get dinner sometimes, because it's like, I need to thaw that meat. Yeah. And then, like, that night, you're like, didn't thaw the meat.
Or those ravioli, or...
Oops. That happens to us a lot. Like, we will... a lot of times, we thaw things later than we should, because we go to eat at dinner time, and we realize we didn't thaw something, so then we thaw it for the next day. Thaw meat into thawable. Whoops. I get that reference. 9 months from Back in Red. 9! Or more like 9-y. Finally, my Twitch baby has been birthed, and it's twins. The first one shall be named after a random game pulled from the shelf, and the second one shall be named Camera Talk in honor of Steven's info dumping about cameras.
Kepler's very concerned about this.
Your kid's name is Crazy Golf. 2 words. Hyphenated. Crazy Golf. It's a good name. Crazy Golf and Camera Talk. We got a sub from LK Fort. Thank you. And welcome. 14 months from Punxsutawney Dawn. Morning, all. Mal, I wanted to tell you that I'm set designing my first show next month and have your Illusions painting on full display with it.
Oh, cool.
Or within it.
Thank you.
That's very cool. Mal's, you say you're about halfway through your next painting?
Yeah.
About halfway?
Yeah.
It's going good. It's going good. It's, Sorry, I'm trying to think. You've painted this... Sorry, you've done so many paintings. You've painted this game before, right?
Yes.
Like this, not the franchise, this specific game.
Yes.
I just narrowed it. That's a big narrowing. You won't get any additional hints because that's super narrow. Super. That's the sound of something narrowing. You're welcome. 21 months from Spinach Trap. Thanks. 200 bits from Moreland Knight. And 300 from Adrian. She says, finally making enough gil in Final Fantasy XIV to go all out on some glamours for my character. Much like Animal Crossing, the true endgame is figuring out how you want to dress up your character. I believe that. Even in other games, too. I never played, I was going to say the most recent Pokemon, but I think I might be thinking of Sun and Moon. I just remember it was, Haley had played one. And, she was catching the Pokemon because she's a big Pokemon person, but then also she was spending lots of time dressing up her character. And she's like, this is truly the most important part of Pokemon. And I was like, I believe it. Are you going to remove him from his chair? Mallory has decided it's time to hold the Kepi. Don't crush your phone.
I won't. Okay. Hi, now we can snuggle. Aren't you cold? It'll be warmer.
Also, I turned the heat on.
Today is the first day we've turned the
Today
heat
is the
on.
first day that I turned the heat on because when I first got up this morning, it was like 44 outside, and I was like,
that's my hair.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. So I got up and I turned the heat on. And you know what? It's nice. I do not feel cold in my own home. Could I have gotten away with just wearing a hoodie and socks all day? I guess.
See, the problem with that is when I'm painting, I can't have anything other than my shirt that I've been painting in on. I can't put a hoodie over my painting shirt.
Continuity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's so happy. See, now he's warm.
He's a good boy.
I know, I slouched down because I didn't want to disturb him. Whenever he gets a bit more comfy, I'll sit up further.
You became a head. Brandon says, do you not always wear socks?
Yeah.
I almost never wear socks. Almost never.
I do when my feet are cold.
I go barefoot in the house. Almost all the time. Because I wear sandals most of the year, that's another reason to not have socks on. Because whenever it's time to go, I just and then I'm out. So very, very, very rarely wear socks. Although sometimes once it's officially winter, for a period of 6 to 8 weeks, I might wear socks. I might get up and put socks on, but usually not. We got 22 months from Laney Bears. This is 22 months. I already have a 4-month-old baby, so how many cats can I have? I mean, you get 1 cat every 9 months. So you can have 2 cats. Every 9 months you get to choose. You can have a baby, you can have a cat, you can have a dog. Whatever you'd like. That's how it works. 23 months from Joshua F36, who says, almost to the 2-year mark. Good morning. Good morning. 26 months from Anorak, Jesse. Says, fun fact, the average cycle for a vehicle to be traded in is 26 months. With that being said, I have no interest in trading in this Twitch sub for a different sub. Happy 26 months. What are y'all up to beyond breakfast stream? Also, the trade cycle being 26 months is wild to me.
That's because you had a Ford Escape for almost... How long did you have that?
I mean, it was a 2004. I got it in 2008.
And we traded it in
And we traded it in 2020. So
Yeah.
I had the car for 12 years, which is 144 months approximately. So the fact that the average cycle for a vehicle is 26 months is that's bizarre to me. I'm like, no, you gotta have a car for longer than that.
Hell losses. That was this year? Yeah, that was February.
Yeah. Yeah, 26 months is basically 2 years. Man. I mean, so, like, I know that there are people that, like, I'm going to get to Jesse's question of, like, what's up? First, I have to really fixate on this 26-month thing. Like, some people, like, they are car people. You know?
Yeah.
Like, that's just their thing. And if that's your thing, cool. You know? Some people, they want to, you know, lease a car and then move to another car and, like, continue to have, like, new cars. And if that's the thing that truly interests
My
you,
dad.
then yeah, like if cars are your life, if that's you, then I understand that. But the fact that then works out to be the average is wild to me. Man. Anyway, what are we up to beyond breakfast stream?
Sorry, I just had a thought. My mom has a Prius from 2006. She still has it.
Sorry, we're still talking about these cars.
Anyway.
Cars.
I was like, what does my mom drive? Oh yeah, that Prius. Beyond breakfast stream, painting.
Yeah.
They've been doing some construction around us, so hopefully that's not too loud today.
Yeah, yeah, I'm worried because the construction is slowly making its way, like, through the whole neighborhood.
Yeah.
And I'm worried that they're going to be here soon, and that has caused me a concern.
Yeah. Because
based on how loud it's been when we've taken walks, we're probably not going to be able to do things. So I don't know when that's going to happen, but I know it's going to be real soon, and I'm dreading it.
Coffee.
So I'm going to be recording Morning Mario today because if I wait any longer, there's a chance I won't be able to record it because it would just
For a
be
couple
filled
days,
with
yeah.
it would just be filled with
You've disturbed him.
Yeah, but not as much as I thought I would. He's fine. Anyway, 26 months for Murmur, who says, thanks for all the great entertainment y'all provided. Also, shout out to everyone on Discord game nights. They are so fun. Aw. I'm glad folks have been enjoying the game nights over on Discord. That's been really cool to see it, because we didn't do that.
Yeah.
Like, that was not an official that's just, like, the users decided that they wanted to make that happen, and they made everything happen. We just, like, helped facilitate some of the little details, like making the channels and the roles and stuff. So that was neat. And then Mick says, Morning Mario has Mario in a construction suit, so it is topical. I mean, you're not wrong, but I don't know that the joke would work past one episode. It's like just multiple weeks of... We got 23 months from Alyssa Little Bear. Says, one more month and I am at 2 years, sending hugs to everyone. Well, thank you, Alyssa.
That's my hair.
2 months from Quill in the Stars. He says, I've been following you guys for 6 years and get a gift sub last month. Incredibly excited to be able I can read this. Incredibly excited to finally be able to sub myself. I love being a part of this community. Well, we're happy to have you. And thanks for watching for 6 years. That's a long time. You know what just turned 6 years old? Searle. That was 6 years ago. We did, which is weird because it both feels like 100 years ago and like 2 years ago. Searle feels older and not that old. Some things don't feel that old. Some things feel really old. This one feels both. It's a fairly popular joke within the community. We get 300 bits from Adrian from the PB star rating. 10 months from Item Crafting Live. Yay, my day off from work lined up with my sub anniversary. Gotta work hard and provide a life for the Twitch baby. 5 months from Aeronautical GG. I'm drinking homemade mint cold brew. That is all.
Ooh.
Huh. I've never had mint coffee before. I'm not sure how that would taste. I'll try that sometime. That'd be fun. I'm not huge on mint. It's not like my favorite thing.
Yeah.
But you know what I really like? Every once in a while I get weird cravings for?
Peppermint patties?
A York peppermint patty.
Me too.
It's so bizarre. Like, about twice a year I get a craving for orange juice, which I just assume is my body being like, you don't have enough vitamins. And I'm like, okay, body, I'll drink orange juice. But, like, also, like, once a year, at some point my brain will fixate on York peppermint patties, and I'm like, I have to eat a York peppermint patty.
Just one, though.
Yeah, oh, no, exactly one. And then I'm set for another year. I don't want to just eat, like, if I had a sleeve of York peppermint patties, I don't know what I would do.
They come in a sleeve.
No, they do. No, not the full-size ones, but the little ones. They come in a long sleeve. I just don't know what I would do with that many, because it would take me a long time to, you know, consume it.
Hi.
Good song. 300 Bits from Gold Mage says, good morning, Mao and Jessica. Been spending a lot of time lately prepping for my first D&D campaign that I'll actually DM for. My first DM is playing, and I might stick a parrot character in it as a reference to a parrot she gave my player in her game. Oh, that'd be fun. Little inside jokes are good. They go a long way with players, too. So I highly recommend that.
Hey. Hey.
Are you bothering your son? 300 Bits from Sassy.
You're fine.
Mal, question, Picango, the painter in Breath of the Wild, does he remind you of a Ghibli art style?
Yeah, a little bit.
I don't remember his paintings that well now. I think when we first met him, we looked at...
the piece, and then we haven't looked at them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Thomas is pushing for... I'm gonna watch these numbers go up. I think Thomas is trying to get folks to push for coffee to try and even this out, and it's working. Coffee is flying up there. Holy crap. And there's a few people that are upset about this and are pushing tea up, but coffee is going up faster.
You trying to leave?
I like both. I don't really have an opinion on that. Man. It's interesting to see the gap narrow. There's like a sudden competition. I'm gonna keep reading stuff. See by the end of the stream where we're at. 21 months from Marty Griff, who says 21 months. Yeah, hope all is well. I love a white buttered roll or bread with soup.
Ah.
Agreed.
I need to have bread with soup. Crackers are fine, but bread is way better.
It depends.
In a bread bowl?
It depends.
When I worked at Culver's, and I would be scheduled to do morning prep before we opened,
yeah.
You get to pick what soups heated up for the day.
Were you about to say get going?
Get going. You get them going. Anyway, and I would always pick potato au gratin because when we had bread bowls, that was the best thing to have. So I would pick potato au gratin and it would get going. And then I could have it for break in a bread bowl.
I mean, yeah, get it going, I guess. I disagree that you should always have bread with soup. I think that there is a time for bread and there's a time for crackers. That's what I think of personally.
The only soup I don't want bread with is like chicken tortilla.
Well, you bring up a good point. I think chunkier soup, I don't want bread with. Chunkier soup, I want crackers with.
What about chili?
I do like bread with chili, but I could still do crackers with chili.
What about like chicken gnocchi?
Crackers. Bread works better for me with something I think that's thinner. But does it matter? Probably not, because they're both the same thing. Crackers and bread are both one or the other. You can call them both crackers, you can call them both bread. Anyway, soup is good food. That's really where we're at. Where did we land on this? The Gap actually closed quite a bit. Although folks really pushed tea there.
Yeah.
I'm impressed. I feel like based on what I've learned from our breakfast stream audience, I don't know what the exact numbers are. It's probably not like 60-40 tea. Probably more like 55-45 or something. But it
I've
does
seen a
it
lot
does
of comments
feel
about hot chocolate, but I don't know what the
Okay.
ratio would be then.
Okay, real talk. I'm gonna bring this up because I do see people talking about hot chocolate. Here's my thing about hot chocolate. Are you gonna wake up every morning and have hot chocolate?
I mean, not me.
The people that are like hot chocolate. I'm just being realistic about this. Some of them are saying yes. Really? Every morning. Every morning. Every morning. I'm not talking about like some mornings. I mean literally every... Are you kidding me? There are way too many yeses for me to believe. Are you serious? I'm not saying would you. I'm saying do you. I'm having a hard time believing this. This seems wacky to me. You're telling me that every morning you wake up and have a cup of hot chocolate. There is no way. I do not believe this. What? This is wild. Penguin Frog says, I used to in the winter before I started drinking coffee. So I could get behind it for like 6 weeks. Like as you're after Thanksgiving, closing in to Christmas, you get in the spirit of the holiday, and you're like, I'm gonna have a cup of hot chocolate in the mornings. And even then, I feel like I don't know if I could do that. The reason I bring this up is because we have coffee and tea as the options. But these are things that people, they drink every single morning. Like, they wake up in the morning, they have a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, or they alternate, and that seems like a really good thing to battle. Hot chocolate... Learning that people drink hot chocolate every morning is... It's deteriorating my view of the world right now. I could not believe that people actually do this. That's wild. It's wild. Sometimes, sure, I like hot chocolate, but like every single morning?
I had a math teacher in middle school that only drank Mountain Dew.
Like, period?
That was
Are
it.
they dead?
No, I don't think so.
But you're not sure.
I mean, when was I in middle school? How long ago?
Yeah, well...
But, he had this, classroom that was, half in the ground.
Yeah.
And, his windows were only, the top half of the classroom. And, it was, straight on onto the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And so he had a shelf all the way around his room because of that. And we were like, hey, how about you start saving your cans and stacking them? And I think in, the semester, the half year that I had him as teacher, we filled up one wall. He filled up one wall.
I've told you about the guy I knew that they were addicted to Mountain Dew, and they started having withdrawals from not having it. You know, everything in moderation.
Was this teacher a part-time gamer? Maybe. I mean, this was 99, 2000.
I only drink Mountain Dew, and I only eat Doritos. Gamer fuel.
And, he was a younger guy. Maybe?
Yeah. Anyway, Where were we? 26 months from Squid Baconator says, I can't be here long, but 26 months, woo! Also, worst part of Thanksgiving is if the turkey is really dry.
Yeah, if you get a bad turkey,
yeah.
that is awful.
Yeah, I'll concede to that. Turkey is a fickle creature.
Yeah.
Really is. Because if you get a really good one, it's real good. Like if you get a really good fried turkey,
Bojangles.
they don't do it anymore.
Last year they didn't, and they're not doing it this year.
Folks that haven't had fried turkey, if you don't like turkey regularly, like on normal circumstances, you should try it fried. It elevates it.
You know what I want to try with turkey?
Duck and chicken?
No.
Oh.
I want to get like a turkey breast, and then like, you know how I do the pickle marinated chicken?
Yeah.
I want to try that with turkey.
Oh yeah. I'd be down for that. That'd be good. Yeah, fried turkey is it's wonderful. It's wonderful. Yeah, Bojangles didn't go away. Bojangles as a chain is still around, but they used to offer fried turkeys at Thanksgiving, and they stopped doing that. So we haven't had one in a few years now because they don't offer it.
Mm-hmm.
We got 300 bits from Jithy Picard. I love being an adult where I can have an unconventional breakfast. I'm having chips with spinach artichoke
Oh,
dip.
that sounds so good.
That sounds really good. My favorite things are good stuffing and green bean casserole. Yeah, I mean, I already said that stuffing is one of my favorite. My favorite thing on the table, like by far,
mashed potatoes.
is mashed potatoes. My mom makes just absolutely wonderful mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
They're so good. And that's my favorite thing by a large part. But one of the joys of I mean, Thanksgiving or Christmas or whatever big meal you're having is the variety. Mm-hmm. Like that's I think that truly is the most exciting thing. God, I want spinach artichoke dip. Actually, we do that a lot for holidays.
Yeah.
My mom loves spinach artichoke dip, and I think we've done that actually for Thanksgiving and stuff before. So maybe we'll have some of that. That sounds good. I wouldn't mind eating that. We got 9 months from Family Jewels. Stephen bought a bit of butter, but, said he, this butter's bitter. If I put it in my batter, it will make my batter bitter. But a bit of better butter, that would make my batter better. So Stephen bought a bit of better butter. Oh, that's a tongue twister. I got to the end and I was like, that was a lot of B words.
I had some VHS that was a bunch of like nursery rhymes and stuff like that.
Thank you, Jules. Thank you.
And it was live action.
What? I'm sorry?
There's some VHS I had that tongue twister in there. It was all like medieval themed.
No, but you can't say thermodynamics. I mean, yeah. But we've learned this, because there's been some other tongue twisters that I've tried and just fly right through them, no problems. And then I get stuck on like single words. Although there's certain tongue twisters that are much harder than others, and I don't know if it's like on a per person basis or there's like tiers of them. There's certain like mouth noises that are just harder to make than other things, and I don't have a good example now, but I know that there's been one that someone sent in. What?
I was just gonna say, like, I was tongue tied until I got braces, like in 8th grade. Like my tongue was connected to the tip to the bottom of my mouth, and when I got my braces on, they were like, that needs to get fixed, so they took care of that. But I couldn't say little.
Yeah.
When I was little.
Yeah. I mean, I was that way too until I was, I don't know, how old? Probably...
Yeah. And most of the time
6?
Like, the pediatrician, like, takes care of that on a baby, but mine didn't.
Jules only got his tongue-tied fixed last year. Really? Really? That's really interesting. Huh. Neat. So, with your wisdom teeth. So was your, not to pry, you don't have to, you're not required to answer any of these things. So your tongue-tied, like, was it, it actually hurt more than, oh.
I remember it hurting a lot and just eating popsicles because the coldness helped.
because like it seems like different people have different degrees of it. Because some people it's fairly extreme, so they have a really hard time saying the like the certain consonant sounds, and then other people's it's there, but it's not as bad, so they still have like access to like the tip of their tongue, so they can still kind of do the things. Because whenever I was a kid, mine was apparently very, very bad. Mom tells this very sad story about how I came home as a kid and I was standing at the mirror, and I said, "Mommy, why does my tongue not look like the other kids at schools?" And she felt bad. And then we went to we went to an ENT.
Mm.
It was the same office that I went for my ears.
See, I had to go to an oral surgeon.
Okay. Jules says, it wasn't super extreme. It really restricted my breathing, though, I think. And afterwards, my tongue looks like normal length, which is weird now. Huh. That's neat. It'd also probably be... It's probably just... The weirdest thing for you would be, you know, because of your age, because you're older. So you've went, you know, a fairly substantial amount of your life with everything working like a very specific way, and then to suddenly things be different. That'd be the biggest change. Because for me, you know, I was, like I said, I was like 5 or 6, I think, when I had that done.
And I was like 12.
Yeah. My parents, they first went to someone, I don't know exactly what the story is now. It's been a while since I heard it.
Especially because Jules is a singer.
Yeah, right? So, like, that makes things interesting, too. I love stories like that because it's like, you know, adapting. You know, like, you have these things that are holding you back, but you adapt around them. I think my parents first went to, like, a dentist or something. I don't know exactly what they did. But they went somewhere, and the person they talked to said, yeah, we can just hold him down. That was apparently what happened. So we just hold him down and I'll cut it. And my mom was like mortified of this. Like, no, you're not doing that to my child. And then we wound up ultimately going to the ENT.
Yeah.
Which is the same ENT that...
You went to for vertigo. His office.
Yeah. Yeah. And the ENT, like, numbed it and took care of it. So it was one of those things like, you know, they depending on where you went, you had a very different experience. And it was fine. I don't remember anything before like last year. But like from childhood, I don't remember it hurting. So I guess they did a good job. I don't know.
Jules says they cut mine with a laser. Mine was a laser and it hurt. I mean, I was numbed, but it hurt whenever the numbing stopped.
I don't know if they lasered mine or not, but they numbed me when I was a kid. But again, this was...
You were 5 or 6.
Yeah, this was 25 years ago, so it's been a while. Been a while. And some people's naturally come apart.
Yeah.
Because one of the things that they had said about mine when I was a kid is like, you know, he'll be playing someday and then he'll fall or something, and then it'll open. I don't know how this works, but it wasn't apparently a huge concern. But I guess if you don't have your special mouth fall, then, you know, you could make it to Jules' age and then you still need that thing done. Who's falling in such a way that, like, oh, he'll be playing
like
one day?
Yelling, like the act of just screaming, maybe. I don't know.
Sometimes doctors say things, and I'm like, have you heard yourself talk?
Tell me about that.
Are you? Yeah, right? Like, are you sure? Are you sure you function within the same set of reality that the rest of us are? Anyway, 26 months from Ultra Husk, who says, this community is awesome. I'm super happy to be a part of it. Love you all. Thank you, Ultra Husk. I appreciate it. 300 bits from Tipsy Taj, who says, how do you eat a pomegranate? I decided to have one this morning, and I'm currently struggling with it. You gotta scoop them, don't you?
No.
Isn't
I've
that
seen
it?
a lot of different ways.
Oh, you cut them and you hit it. Isn't that it?
The way I saw was to cut it across the hemisphere, I think. Maybe. And then you put it in your hand, you take a wooden spoon and hit the back of it.
Yeah, that's one thing.
And then it falls into the... If you keep like a dish of water below, they sink and all of the white parts that you don't eat, the rind, like float. And you can scoop them out. And then you eat the seeds.
It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. But yeah, if you just picked one up and you're like, this looks cool, I'm gonna eat it, you have to get instructions. You just do. I mean, that's the way. There's certain fruit you need instructions. It's not on the packaging. But if you get the instructions, then you'll be good. Pomegranates are pretty good. I haven't had one in a long time. Thomas says I still can't cut an onion. I'm sorry. 300 bits from Aldo. He says, I'm glad I could be here for another episode of Stephen Gets Roasted for his food opinions. It's been a while since we saw that. About once a month. About once a month. I have a little tangent where I'm like, this is important and people need to know how I feel. And everyone's like, you're wrong. I'm like, oh.
Jules says you need IKEA instructions for fruit.
With the little man where his head is like 40% of his body. And he's just standing there. We haven't had any IKEA stuff in a long time. Probably because our last IKEA experience was hell. Maybe that's part of it. 30 bits from Ikaboo too. Morning all, have you seen the new update video for Animal Crossing? It's the last one for the year. I haven't! Ooh, but I'm excited. I knew they were gonna do something for
I think they were doing it seasonally, so...
Yeah, something for winter, for snow. We'll definitely be doing at least one more video before the end of the year.
Yeah.
It's definitely gonna happen. We have one more ready. We go to Haley's Island, which is wild. I mean, she nears a hair.
We filmed her second out of like everyone's island. We did yours first.
Yeah.
They announced it 45 minutes ago. That's why we didn't see it.
Yeah, we've been busy.
And then we filmed Haley's before she had a chance to really do anything.
Yeah.
And then she had a ton of stuff and worked on it, and it was incredible, and that's what we filmed. And now she's redoing it all.
Yeah. So, I think Haley either is just hit or is about to hit 1,000 hours in Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
So she... And at the time of recording the video, I think she had just passed like 900. So she put a lot of time into it. And it shows, like, her island is incredible.
Yeah, it is.
So I'm really looking forward to people seeing that. I think we have it... I got to check with Dan, see what his timeline is, but I think we're going to have that out Saturday. I think we have back-to-back Saturday Animal Crossing episodes, but it's good. We got 300 bits from Summer Centered. It says, I saw people suggesting crunch pets for the Twitter hashtag, and I really like that. So if people want, let's use that. That sounds fun. Crunch pets. If you want to keep up with the pets of the community for Breakfast Stream, you can use crunch pets on Twitter. It's cute. Crunch art and crunch pets. Speaking of...
Hi, Kippies.
Welcome back.
Helper chair.
30 bits from Joltre says, gotta get going to work. Hope you all have fun and good vibes to all retail workers. Yeah. I hope work goes well for you. And yeah, good vibes to all the retail workers. Still, still going through this this year, this pandemic. But then also, you know, I suspect heavily that things are gonna. I say suspect. Things are ramping up. Like things are not looking great in the U.S. But specifically as we go into the holiday season where there's going to be more people gathering. Stay safe, everyone. The best you can. We got 300 bits from Prince. Update on post-rec proceedings. Currently have a rental and it's a push to start, and that's weird. It's a nice vehicle though, but key? Where key?
It's hidden in the key fob.
I mean, I agree with that. Our vehicle also does not have a key. But I got used to it because we had done enough rentals that didn't have keys that I got used to it. The first time we ever had a rental that was a keyless vehicle, it bothered me, like in a very deep way. I was like, car should have key. Car should have key. Where is key? But the one thing I liked about it, the one thing that was really cool, is that it meant that I could put my keys into my pocket
And not have to
from
pull
the
them out
time
every time.
from the time I left the house to the time I got home. They just stayed in my pocket, and that is cool.
Brandon says
That
my
I
favorite
really like.
2010 plus car feature is touch door handle to unlock.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's another part of it, is that when I'm getting close to the car, I have, you know, I again, from the time I leave the house, I have the keys in my pocket, and the fact I just get close to the car and it knows that I have the keys, door unlocks. That is, like Brandon said, that might be my favorite feature of the car. Like, it's got, like, the screen, and it has the music, and it's got all this cool stuff. That's neat.
Yeah.
Best feature is you don't need your keys to unlock it. You just walk to your car, and it just is like, hello, you are the keys. I'm like, yeah, I am the keys. The key is me.
And, like, ours has a key in the key fob, but it'll unlock the door, but it won't start the car.
Yeah.
And they were saying when we, you know, signed the lease, they were like, it's not to start the car, but it's to get you in case it's raining.
Oh. Quesadilla says, I hate the touch handle to unlock because my boyfriend's car is like that, and I always get to the car first, so I have to wait for him. So Mal and I each have a set of keys.
And I keep mine in my purse.
So
And
so that way, no matter whoever gets to the car first, it will open for them. So see if your boyfriend can give you a spare key fob, or if you can get one somehow. Because then you'll be set. The only downside to it, and I say downside as if it's a problem, is that if I need to put something in the back seat, I have to touch the driver's side handle.
you don't have to open the door, though. You can just touch the handle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just weird. It feels futuristic, but in a stupid way. Like, I am approaching the car, and I need to put something in the back seat, and I have to go, bloom. I have to touch the driver's side door, and then it'll unlock the car, and then I can open up the back seat. Yes, stupid future. That's basically it. But overall, it's that really might be my favorite feature of the car.
Yeah.
The car can drive itself in a stupid way.
Not completely.
And well, the car can prevent itself from wrecking is what it can do, because it's got the thing where it's like tries to keep itself in between the lines.
And adaptive cruise control.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's better than the line thing. The line thing is not useful. It's not a self-driving car. It's just I'll try and keep you from, dying. And I'm like, how about I just drive the car? I'll just drive the car. Also, the other thing I've noticed about that is that when I have that engaged, I feel like the car fights me in a way that I don't like. Like, I don't know. It's hard to explain, but like when I have that on, sometimes I feel like it's pulling me towards the lines where I'm like, I'm gonna stay in the center, and the car's like, no, you will go further to the left. I'm like, no, I won't.
You could just turn that off permanently and drive yourself.
Yeah, I might do that. Oh, have we not had beans? Okay, let's have beans. It's been a bit. We got on some tangents this morning. We had to talk about bread for a while.
The car beeps a lot too.
Yeah.
It's like someone in your blind spot. Beep, beep, beep. And
Thomas
we're
says,
like, we know.
Well, it only does the beep beep if I have your blinker on. And as
Okay.
Thomas asks, does it deactivate when the blinker is on? Yes. So if you turn on, it only works during cruise control. You turn on cruise control, you turn on, beyond cruise control, you turn on the line thing. It won't let you leave the lane. I mean, I guess if you really were like, nah, it might, I guess. But generally, it's like, it's not going to let you leave the lane. If you turn on your turn signal, it then allows you to leave the lane because the car knows. Mm-hmm. But yeah, if someone's coming up beside of you and you have your blinker on at the moment, it will beep at you, which is a helpful feature. I think that one's actually kind of cool. Mech says, as someone dealing with control engineering, of which that is part, you're actively giving the car input it doesn't like, and hence will try to correct to the path it perceives is correct. Fair. Still hate it, but neat. overall, I like the car, and I like the new features that it has over my 2004 Ford Escape. But there are still some things where I'm like, yeah, start of Terminator.
See, my biggest problem is just the where the seatbelt goes in.
Oh, because it digs into your
Yeah.
hip. Yeah, they didn't design it as well as they probably could have. We got 26 months from Danny. Thank you, Danny. 14 months from Toaster Wolf 99. Morning, grandparents. I'm currently not in the greatest place mentally due to unintentionally going full hermit mode and feeling unproductive because of that. So my remedy for now is just dress nicely to feel productive despite not having work. I think that there's a lot that goes into the mental preparation for work, and I think that that can be helpful.
Yeah.
Like getting dressed is helpful.
Yeah.
Probably a lot of people realized that this year when they had to, work at home for the first time, and they realized that, actually crawling out of bed in your pajamas and laying like this on your couch with a laptop will actually not lead to as much productivity as you would hope.
Yeah. There's something to be said about the act of like getting ready in the morning and
Yeah.
getting productive.
Yeah. It does help. We have 13 months from Ragoozgoo. 11 months from Spaceboy333. 11 months. Hard to believe I've been able to be a part of this for so long. Looking forward to my 1-year sub just in time for Christmas. Bits from Jithy Picard. My company gives out 25-pound turkeys every year. This year's arrives Friday. My mom's work used to do that. I don't think they do anymore.
Maybe not this year.
I don't think they do it anymore. But, they used to. That's a nice bonus, to be honest. At least if you're going to cook one. Chaz, where's the George quote? Chaz, that is the hope for the company. That's the hope, is that one day we'll just be we'll be giving out turkeys. Or we'll all just live a little bit closer together and we'll just do George Corp Thanksgiving, and then you and Dan will just like walk over and eat the turkey. That's Galaxy Brain.
Is your mom gonna cook for all of us?
I mean, she currently does.
Yeah, I know.
Just because people aren't there doesn't mean she didn't cook for them. Mom cooks for 20 people. 500 bits from Murmur says, being addicted to Mountain Dew is most likely a caffeine dependency. Most Americans have some sort of caffeine dependence. Withdrawal symptoms usually include headache, irritability, and fatigue. Yeah, this one guy I knew, seriously, like that's all he drank was Mountain Dew. And there was one time this was in high school, in class, he like started to shake like extremely badly because he had not had his dew. And I'm like, that's not great. It's not a great situation. And I don't remember if he started to come off of it, but that's like a good wake-up call of like, maybe I should start slowing down on this Mountain Dew thing. Anyway, we get 7 months from Tegan Mouse. Sorry, meant to send this as a sub. Chef tip, cook your turkey upside down. The meat goes into the white meat more. The meat goes into the white meat?
They probably mean like the fat and the juice.
Oh, yeah, like the flavor and stuff.
And if you like baste the turkey, like if you cook it that way.
Cook your turkey upside down because it's easier to get the duck inside. The Turducken concept is still wild to me, man. Wild. 4 months from Blue Sonic. The month has been a tough roller coaster for me. Might be my last Brekkie stream as I have some matters to overcome personally. Thank you, Stephen and friends, for Extra Life. Take good care, everyone. Well, thank you, Blue Sonic. And I wish you well. I wish you well and whatever you need to overcome. Arian says, does it turn into a gooey duck? I mean, if it was up in the turkey hole, probably. 309 bits from Pickletron with the Proton Sleep Star Rain. Thank you, Pickletron. 7 months from Brianna. Yay, 7 months. I'm a week away from the end of the semester. I'm currently double majoring in clinical lab sciences, hospital lab tech, and secondary education chemistry. I'm wondering if there was any non-art major either of you were ever interested in.
At a point, I never thought I would go into art or education in high school. In high school, at some points, I wanted to be a veterinarian, but then I decided that I couldn't handle, like, blood and stuff, because I still can't. I thought about being a psychologist for a while. Or a psychiatrist. I don't remember what I was thinking at the time. And I also thought about going into engineering. Specifically packaging engineering, because I had an uncle do that. And I was interested in it.
I mean, when I was very young, I wanted to be a veterinarian, but that's just because I loved animals. So I was super into animals as a kid. I mean, I guess I still am. But that was only really like a kid thing.
Yeah.
Like when I was, by the time I was in middle school, I was just really interested in game design. That was like, game design. I want to do game design.
Yeah.
Like and I didn't know a lot about things. I was using RPG Maker, and I thought that it was so cool that I could make something that people could play and experience. I briefly took, not many, but briefly took some online DigiPen classes when I was in either 8th or 9th grade. Like, they had a little thing online where, like, you could sign up and do some classes. So I did some of that. And I had a lot of interest in game design until I started getting a little more into high school, and then things shifted drastically from game design to graphic design and filmmaking. But I guess even game design would count as art. So, like, the only time I've ever been interested in something that wasn't art was when I was real young. You know, when I was like 5. I was like, I want to be a veterinarian because then I can pet cats all day. That sounds pretty great. Turns out there probably would have been more to it than that. But yeah, I also really like the idea of being a teacher.
Yeah.
I still like that idea. The problem is it would still be related to art, because the thing I would want to teach would be
Film.
Yeah, videography. Or graphic design or something. So I would only want to teach art stuff, so
Yeah.
I guess it doesn't count. 12 months from CoreK0017. 12 months! Year of Crunch. Say this 5 times fast. How many Koroks could Kepi kill if Kepi could kill Koroks? How many Koroks could Kepi kill if Kepi could kill Koroks? How many Koroks could Kepi kill if Kepi could kill Koroks? How many Koroks could Kepi kill if Kepi could kill Koroks? How many Koroks could got me on the 5th one. Could Kepi kill if Kepi could kill Koroks? Kepi turned into Kelpie on the 5th one. If only it would have been 4 times fast. Also, all of them. All of them. 300 bits from DC Racer 329. Good vibes from chat while I prepare for my presentation on the implementation of continuum mechanics and corrosion-based research. Whew, that is word salad. I mean, good vibes, but man, that's just a lot of words. The implementation of continuum mechanics in corrosion-based whew. Good luck. I would need luck just being able to remember that at the beginning of my presentation. I'd be like, I forget what I was researching. 25 months for Missing No Leader. 25 months, it's back-to-back with the family visits, as Thanksgiving is next week. Hope everyone stays healthy. Yep. We're doing our best. 8 months from Canitos, who says, what's the least interesting feature of the car? Great question. I'm trying to think of a feature that is new, that our old car didn't have, that is the worst feature.
The sunroof?
Yeah.
I know you don't like that. I do.
Yeah. Probably the sunroof.
I like it.
It was impossible to get our model of car without a sunroof. They just came with a sunroof. And, like, I have never had a sunroof. And it's like, it's fine.
I like it.
Maybe,
I've always wanted one.
Maybe it's, okay, so real talk, I can't imagine ever opening that thing. I just don't want to do it. There's something in my mind that's like, never break the seal. Never make it where rain could ever even possibly get into your car. But the little thing,
The shade?
the shade, that's not that bad. Because we opened it like once or twice just to let the light in, and that's kind of neat.
I'm sure we'll do that more when it's warmer or colder out.
Yeah.
Because in the summer, it's like, keep all the sun out of the car.
Yeah. I don't know. It probably depends heavily on whether people grew up with sunroofs and they had them, or if it's like a new thing. Because like I've never ever, myself or my parents or none of us have ever had a sunroof. So it's like a completely new concept, and I'm just like, eh.
One of my dad's cars had it. I think he had a Mazda with it.
Mm-hmm.
And Carly's, what did she have? 98 Saturn or something?
Yeah.
Her old Saturn had a sunroof.
Yeah, it's fine. It's not a bad feature, but like in terms of like being interested, it's probably the thing I am actually truly least interested in.
I know.
Anyway, 3 months from Karate Eagle, that's a plus. 10 months from Frosty, who says, "Good morning, grandparents. Finally working my new promotion, so I'm able to pop into breakfast stream during the second half now." Nice!
Congratulations on the promotion.
Congrats on that. Fantastic. And hey, the second half of breakfast stream is the best half, because that way you've gotten past all of the parts where I get on the tangents. The tangents are largely over. Then it flows a little bit better. Probably. 26 months from Reed, who says, "Back from vacation to watch breakfast stream again. Happy 26 months." Thank you, Reed. Hope your vacation went well. 12 months from Star Wars Kid, who says, 12 months. I can't believe I've been subbed for this long. I love enjoying all the content you two create. As a throwback, I've recently started re-listening to Poppies of Orange, and it's as funny now as it was 10 years ago when I first listened to it. That's a name I haven't heard in a very long time. I've never listened to the show, actually. So I don't remember it at all. I remember, the only thing I recall from the entire thing is trout fish. Me and Chaz doing the bit where I'm Southern. For some reason, Paula is Southern, and she's a child, and she goes out with her dad to go fishing on a lake. Also, I bet some people didn't know that was Chaz, but that's Chaz. Chaz was Chaz played my father. At a point. Where was I? 11 months from the Thunderstriker. The greatest moment of my life was learning people have mac and cheese as a side during Thanksgiving last year, and then forcing my mom to help me make it. It was one of the most popular things at the table, and now I'm making sure we have it every year. See, that's interesting, because mac and cheese has just always been a side for Thanksgiving and Christmas.
It hasn't for me.
Really? Mm-hmm. Is that more of a Southern thing?
Maybe.
Maybe it's a Southern thing. Yeah, I don't think I've ever not had mac and cheese for big group meals. Huh. Yeah, it's great. It's great. Swiftler says, at Christmas? Yeah. Every time you put something together, we almost always have mac and cheese. Is mac and cheese a vegetable? Shoot. What vegetable would be in mac and cheese?
Your mom makes it from scratch, though. Like.
Oh yeah. Oh
it's not,
yeah. Oh
it's
yeah.
Not,
it ain't come from no box.
No.
I mean, it is. It's got the Mama George love. It's very good. Man, I'm gonna be so full. Thomas says it. Oh my God, I haven't been to Lizard's Thicket in a long time. Shout out to Lizard's Thicket and everybody who knows what Lizard's Thicket is.
That's people.
I know. It's a
counting us.
It's a chain in the southeast.
I'm pretty sure it's mostly Columbia. There's one in Florence.
It's a place to do meat and three. If people are familiar with the concept of meat and three.
I also was not familiar with that till I came down.
Oh my God,
here.
you don't know what meat and three is.
Brandon says, "What did you do to a lizard?"
Y'all know what meat and three is, right? The concept of a restaurant that serves primarily meat and three. You get a meat and you get three sides. There's entire restaurants.
You know, like
based
at
around the
Cracker
concept
Barrel,
of meat
like
and three.
you get to pick out your sides, and there's like a ton of sides. It's kind of like that.
Vozick says, "What's a 3?" So there's entire restaurants, and I believe it's more of a southern thing, that they are a meat and 3 restaurant where you go, you pay a particular price, and you get a meat. Thanks, Thomas. Thomas, you did this. You get a meat. And you get 3 sides. So you go to a place, and it's called a meat and 3.
And you're like, I'll have the fried chicken, and for my sides, I'll have collard greens and sweet potatoes and okra.
And a lot of times, these restaurants, that's all they serve, is that it's meat and 3. And the meat and the 3 will change. So like Lizard's Thicket is a great example. In Lizard's Thicket, the restaurants primarily take place in just one giant room. And on one side of the room, they have this huge chalkboard up. And they'll put up there...
I thought they had, like, things they hung that had, like, the day's foods.
Might depend on which Lizard
signs,
Thicket you go to. But they'll put, like, all of the meat options and then all of the side options. And those will change every day.
So, like, one day might be, like, fried chicken and meatloaf and roast beef. There's probably more. And then they switch it up. Like, they don't always have everything.
Yeah. Is it like cafeteria style? No, it's a sit-down restaurant. Although cafeterias often do meat and 3 as part of their cafeteria line, this is just...
Satsy says that was 3 meats. What I'm saying is they have a list of what your options are for the day.
Yeah, so you would say, I'll have the fried chicken, mac and cheese, okra, and fried apples.
Yeah.
Which is sounding really good right now, I'm going to be honest.
Thomas says catfish on the weekend, maybe. Yeah.
I'll do the catfish, the steak fries, the collard greens, and the dirty rice. I'm making myself so hungry right now. Oh my god, I have not been to any of these places in a long time.
All of the things you've listed are like very southern foods too.
Well,
like okra.
meat
and dirty
and 3.
Rice.
Meat and 3 is a southern concept, so I'm trying to. Oh shoot! Y'all ain't never had dirty rice? Oh snap! Oh man! So dirty rice is rice with beef in it. That's like the easiest. It has like spices and stuff too. It's a certain flavor. A lot of times it's a little bit spicy, but it's got beef in the rice. Yeah. So fried rice. No. It's different. It's different. Man, oh shoot. Whew. Whew, I'm getting warm because I'm getting so excited about all this. It's so fun because on Breakfast Stream a lot of times we learn from chat because we have folks all over that are teachers, especially like in the UK, we're learning like UK terms and foods. And sometimes we get to give back. We get like, hey, let me teach you about dirty rice.
Food.
There's just a few more alerts here. Let me get through these, and then I might circle back around to this. This is all very important. 300 bits from Mr. Viperfang, who says, "Mummy for word salad."
If people want to try dirty rice, Zatarain's? No.
Zatarain's.
It is Zatarain's?
Zatarain's
has a box, and you just need like a pound of ground beef, and like you can make some and try it.
I highly recommend that. Zatarain's is actually quite good. Go to your grocery store.
Or order it off Target or something.
Yeah, order it whatever. Get a pound of beef and buy a box of Zatarain's dirty rice. Follow the directions, make it. That's a really great way to experience this. It's delicious. It's delicious. And it's also nice because, like, it can literally turn rice into a meal. If you really wanted to, you just eat rice. It's good. Anyway, 30 bits of Pickletron, who says, so I've decided I'm going to start my own YouTube channel for video game covers, but the fun part is I have never done any video editing. Well, you get to learn. That's the fun part. The fun part is developing a new skill. I'm assuming that if you're doing video game covers, you already have the skill for music, so you're working on that part. And then for doing the video editing, it's just a new thing you get to learn. And also, like, if you're doing video game covers, as long as you're capturing like what you're doing, the amount of video editing that you're required to do is fairly minimal. You know, people are going to be tuning into your covers to listen to them, and even if your video editing was not super fancy, people are they're going to be there to like listen to what's going on. So you can start really simple and then work up to more complex things as you feel comfortable. We get 300 bits from Mark2554, which says, "Morning, grandparents. My family and I just adopted 2 3-month-old kittens over the weekend, and they're just incredibly sweet. Have you guys ever had issues with Kepler and Sagan fighting for your laps at the same time, and how'd you handle it? They barely fit in my lap already."
That's a great age to get.
Yeah, that's a really good age. I mean, I had a big lap, so when they were both kittens, I could hold both of them at the same time, which was really nice. I don't know. You could get
like lay down on the couch. So
you could lay down.
Yeah.
You could get a blanket and drape it over your lap, and like drape it over part of your arm, and try to hold like one on your lap and one kind of up in the crook of your arm. It's an idea. But yeah, if you have an ottoman, you could put like your legs up on an ottoman, and then you could have one on your lap and one a little bit further down your legs too. So those are both options. Anyway, enjoy.
They will get bigger and
fast. They will get bigger fast.
And if they're cuddly now and sweet, they're gonna just keep getting more and more mellow and chill and continue to cuddle. So that's great.
Yeah. And the other thing to keep in mind is if you have 3-month-old kittens, they are learning.
Yeah.
Hardcore right now. So if there's anything they're doing that you don't want them to do, make sure that you keep. I know they're cute, but try to stay on them about what the things they should not do.
Consistent.
Be consistent. And if you do that, you won't have near as many problems in the future as if you don't. So be consistent, and you'll have great cats. We got 300 bits from Mr. Viperfang, who says a 3 is a mummy, I think, or all mummies are 3. King Cam McCann says how to tell cat no. I mean, there's a few different ways that work for different people. Some cats respond really well to a spray bottle, and that's a good way of getting cats to do something, like to stop doing something. You can also tell them no, and that I recommend that, using a very stern no, because over time they'll associate that with stopping something.
We also snapped our fingers when we would say that. Kepler's right here, so I don't want to startle him. But like a stern no and like a finger snap at the same time, and then over time we could stop saying no as much and just snap. And both cats knew like the snap meant stop what you're doing. Yeah.
So it's hard because it takes a while, and you have to. And the consistency thing is like key. Like you can't let something slide.
Yeah. They're cute. You can't let it slide.
But if you do that, it's good. I mean, like you can prevent them from doing certain things. Mm-hmm. I mean, sometimes they just honor.
And it's the same with like teaching them about like clipping their nails.
Yeah, that's another thing when they're young. Just throwing out a little cat tip. If you've got cats that are really young,
play with their feet.
Play with their feet all the time. Mm-hmm. If
their ears.
If they're in your lap, just get them used to the idea of like holding their little paws and like just rubbing their paws, massaging their paws, because eventually they'll get used to the idea that you're doing that, and then it is way easier to trim their nails later on. Kep has always not been super fond of it, but Sagan had no issues with it.
Yeah, Steven could sit there and just like clip each one of Sagan's claws.
I could finish all of Sagan's claws in under 30 seconds. Mm-hmm. I would just do, and he just didn't even move. So little things. And then also if you want to try and teach them tricks, then you should definitely try and do that like as early as possible. You want to try and You want to try and like teach them stuff earlier. They can learn when they're learn when they're older, but it's easier whenever they're kittens.
Yeah.
They're more receptive to learning stuff. We get 300 bits from Jithy Picard. It says, I am from Canada but have lived in the South most of my life, specifically mid-coastal Florida. And so while I never heard the term meat and three, I understand the concept once you explained it. Yeah, and there's probably some stuff in Florida, but it's probably not as common as Georgia and then up the coast. So, yeah, meat and
or
threes.
Alabama.
Or yeah, if you start heading west. Florida's weird. Florida has elements of the South for sure, but it's never really, in my mind, it's never really the South.
Yeah.
It's like its own, Florida is its own culture. It really is. It's kind of a bizarre thing. Let's see, we got, oh hey.
That's what we got.
Sing about Outback Stab House. Sure.
Steven has a restaurant.
It is never drab.
He likes to come up with new plans.
Places where you can get stabbed
You have to make a reservation.
to get it in.
You also have to sign a waiver.
Or if you don't, it's a sin because they will need you to sign that so they can legally stab you. I never thought about the waiver part. That's good. That's good.
To have a waiver?
You should have jumped into that disc only and been like, hey, there should be a waiver. It's a good idea.
Add me to the Discord and I'll just... Hey.
It's a good. I never thought about that, but that's a really good idea. Because when we were talking about it last Tuesday, that part didn't really.
The legality of it.
The legality, like John, it was just that most of that podcast was just John going no, and not me going well, hold on. But I think if I would have been like John, there will be waivers. I think he would have immediately come through. He would have been like, okay, yeah. Anyway, that was 5,000 from Cool Al. Thank you, Al. Appreciate it. Giving you that promised break from thermodynamics. We also had 400 bits from Pickletron with the Luca gift star rating. Thank you, Pickletron. Which is appropriate since we were just talking about kittens. Beautiful. Anyway, dirty rice. I just highly recommend if you can get your hands on some of that Zatarain's to give it a shot. It's very good.
I've been trying to think since we were talking about that. What is the regional dish?
Oh, chicken bog.
Yes.
Yeah, chicken bog.
I couldn't think of the name, and I was like,
well,
what?
you can't go get chicken bog.
No, you can't.
But you could look up a recipe
And make chicken
and
bog?
make it if you really wanted to. Chicken bog good. It's chicken, rice, and sausage. It's good. I mean, that's super regional. That's not really an indication of the South as a whole. I mean, it's a pretty southern combination of foods.
It is,
but it's, you know,
those three in particular and the spices that are used are basically just like this area.
Yeah. Ken says, so gumbo. No, not gumbo, because gumbo is usually
tomato. Is there tomato in gumbo?
Yeah, gumbo's wet.
Yeah.
You know, it's a moist dish.
It's soupier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is...
And jambalaya's closer, but jambalaya also has, like, bell peppers in it and tomatoes and...
On the one hand, chicken bog is kind of like jambalaya with less stuff, but also the spices and the direction it goes is different. So it's not quite the same thing. Mm-hmm. Jambalaya is also good. If folks haven't had jambalaya, that's another good southern dish. I like jambalaya a lot. We haven't made that in a long time.
No, but we could.
We could. It's getting that's a good winter dish.
Yeah.
It's really hearty. Spicy stuff in the winter is.
It's been a while since I made Creole too.
Yeah. Man, there's just a lot of good food. Hey, Milk Bomb. You got 5 subs from I Know How to Spell Calm to Vince Fanfics, Ice Nuke, Chaos 3003, Joaquin 2 Stock, and get smiggy. Get smiggy with it. Da, na, 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 na.
Someone asked what, like, the southern fast food place would be. And they said they hoped it was Waffle House.
Waffle House isn't fast food.
No, Waffle House is you go in and sit down.
Chick-fil-A or Bojangles?
Popeyes works, but it's...
Yeah.
Popeyes isn't as South Carolina as it... It's more like... Because it's Louisiana.
Chick-fil-A, Bojangles, Popeyes, Zaxby's.
Yeah.
Trying to... Church's.
Yeah, Church's Chicken.
I'm not gonna count Jersey Mike's. Jersey Mike's literally has Jersey in the name, disqualifying it from being a southern food chain. Of all of those, I think Chick-fil-A is probably the most national one.
Yeah.
Okay, so Chick-fil-A has a lot of like southern intricacies, but Chick-fil-A also in many ways doesn't feel as southern. It's not branded as like southern as like Popeyes or Bojangles. Popeyes and Bojangles are like, we're southern. They punch you in the face with the southernness. Chick-fil-A is more like, they have food that, you know, absolutely has southern roots, but it's not the same.
Yeah.
It's not the same. I thought when you said churches, you meant communion. No, full title, Church's Chicken. Church's Chicken. Oh, Raising Cane's. Ooh, Raising Cane's. Ooh.
That's just chicken tenders,
It's
though.
good, though.
I know, but we're talking about, like...
And also, it's primarily, I think it's a primarily southern chain.
I think it is, but...
So, I'm gonna say, though, if you're looking specifically at chains that are... If you're looking specifically at chains that are very, like, southern...
Mm-hmm.
Bojangles or Popeyes.
Yeah.
And of the two, I would go with Bojangles, and that's
I
most...
don't know if I've had Popeyes.
Well, I've had Bojangles way more than I've had Popeyes. So that's not an objective statement, it's a bias. I've had Bojangles a lot more. So I would recommend Bojangles.
Sapphire Becca's mentioning Cookout. Is Cookout a southern chain? It doesn't feel... It's not southern food, though.
I feel like Cookout got started in North Carolina, but that might not be fact.
But it's
Someone
it's
can fact check
burgers,
me on
and
that.
It's not southern food like Bojangles is.
Yeah.
Your dad says Maryland fried chicken.
Yeah, Maryland fried chicken is another one. Yeah. Maryland still counts as the South. It's the line. It's the line, and I'm only willing to count like half of Maryland, but I will count the half that has Maryland fried chicken on it. Yeah, Bojangles. I'm sticking with Bojangles. Statman says Cookout is based in North Carolina, but it's all around the South. And Cookout's good.
Yeah.
But they're not... The thing about Cookout is it's not like overly a southern restaurant to me. Yeah, I think I'm gonna still stick with Bojangles. The thing is, though, these are not the best like southern places. There are certainly better places that are southern, but if you're looking specifically at fast food and a chain, Bojangles is a pretty good indicator. Although
One guy says I'm from Lower Alabama, so I don't know how hard it is to find southern food.
So I know how hard it is to find. Yeah. If you're
but you have Milo's.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Oh, so that's a good one. Milo's is another really good southern chain. And when you say southern, I think it's just Alabama.
I think so.
I don't think they've ever left Alabama.
They sell stuff like in grocery stores. Like you can get Milo's tea here, but you can't get like Milo's burgers or dipping sauces.
Yeah. Cassie says Milo's is a chain. It is. It's a chain, but again, I think it's just Alabama.
Yeah.
And that may have been a conscious choice. Some places, some chains, they're very like loyal to the state that they were made in, and they consciously choose not to.
Yeah, when we visited
leave the
Alex
state.
and Haley last time we visited them, we went to Milo's. Yeah.
That makes when I think about Alex and Haley, I get depressed because
We haven't seen them in a very long time.
Yeah, I have not seen them since
we went to Japan.
Since we went to Japan. Mm-hmm. It's been a while. Anyway, 30 bits from Jithy Picard says, "You count half of Maryland, but not my part of Florida. For shame." It's different. It's different. It's a little different.
There's like Florida has so many different parts because you have like the Panhandle and then like north of Orlando, and then you have like the whole Midlands of Florida, which is Orlando.
Yeah.
And then you have like the southern part, which is more Caribbean-esque.
Yeah, it's a different. It's a little different experience. Mm-hmm. But again, Florida has the advantage of having like its own Florida culture.
Yeah. And
also the parts of the South in it. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, is this the? Oh yeah, this is in here. I forgot the song was in here. Yeah, I made. So this song, "Running from the Headlights," was it's a one-take, just like experimental thing that I did at some point in college. I had just gotten stuff hooked up with the guitar, and I was like, oh, I should just like record something to make sure everything's working. So this is just like free-form, weird, experimental, echoey music. And then I saved it, and then I guess because it is technically royalty-free because I own the royalties, it found its way into this thing. It's just a weird, bizarre thing. It's not anywhere. It's right here, baby. This is it. Did you ask yourself permission to use this? Yeah, it's a weird little thing. I like doing stuff like this, but I haven't done it in a long time. Yeah, it's very unsettling.
Yeah.
But I also titled it "Running from the Headlights," so it's kind of like a weird thing. Also, I'm pretty sure if you were to sit down and like just listen to it, like it's probably not very good musically. It's probably Carlos would probably have a lot to say.
You were trying to make something that had a mood.
Yeah, I guess so. 300 bits from Dr. Robotnik. Have y'all ever been to Parker's Barbecue in North Carolina? It's so good. And on that note, Carolina or St. Louis barbecue?
What's the place in North Carolina we sometimes stop at? I can picture the restaurant.
Yeah, what's the one that's not Parker's? We'll have a North Carolinian help us in a second, I know. It's not Parker's, it's the other one. Maybe they'll help us. Anyway, Carolina. Like, listen, I'm from Carolina. Like, you know.
But there's a difference between North Carolina vinegar-based and South Carolina. Because it's mustard-based here.
Yeah, so this could very easily turn into an hour-long discussion, so I'll keep it short.
Barbecue. If someone says the other North Carolina place, let me know. I was going to pull it, because I can't remember.
Bassunas points out there's 3 different types of Carolina barbecue: Eastern North Carolina, Western North Carolina, and South Carolina. True. And that's just Carolina barbecue, without even starting to look at Texas and St. Louis and all these other places. Yeah, there's there's vinegar based, there's tomato based, there's South Carolina, which does Carolina Gold sauce. Also, the way in which things are cooked changes. The short version is that I'm a hardcore
Smithfield's.
Thank you,
That's
God.
the one I was trying to think of.
I'm a hardcore.
Oh yeah, there's North Alabama mayo sauce. Alex has talked about it.
That's a choice.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I mean, for like, they're all fine. Like Silver Kate says, give me all the barbecue. Barbecue's good food. I don't care where I'm at. If I'm visiting a place, I'll eat the barbecue. It's all good. That being said, my personal choice would be South Carolina. I love mustard, It's my favorite condiment by a long shot. So the fact that we have a Carolina Gold sauce here, which is, mustard based, is delicious. Yeah. Sauce or no sauce? Absolutely sauce. I do not want to eat barbecue without any sauce. I just don't. Can I eat it without sauce? Sure. Do I want to eat it without sauce? No. Please sauce me up, baby. Give me that sauce. Now I want barbecue.
Barbecue house, though.
All right. Sauce me up, baby. Stephen George, 2020.
What's the kind I like?
Coffee.
Coffee sauce. I don't know.
I like a tomato-based sauce, but I like it to be smoky and sweet. That's the one I pick. It's the house sauce at Barbecue House.
When we go to barbecue places around here, any barbecue place around here worth their salt obviously has Carolina Gold on the table, because if they don't, what are you doing? What's the one that's the chain from Texas, and we went and they don't have Carolina Gold there, and I'm like, Dickies. And it's fine, but I don't want to actively go to Dickies because I want to eat mustard, and they don't have it there.
I don't think all Mission Barbecues have Carolina Gold, though. Ours does, but they only have it in 2 bottles, and they keep it separate. The rest of them are all at the tables, but the gold sauce is up by the straws.
Well. Anyway, 30 bits from Soccer Celico says, extend breakfast stream question. Probably was asked already, but did you guys get the Mario Game & Watch? Barely got mine before it sold out. We did not. It's one of those things that, it wasn't something I was, actively trying to get. It's something that I feel like if I passed by it in a store, I would pick it up.
Michael said that GameStop had 3.
But I wouldn't go out of my way to get it.
Yeah.
I think.
But that was 2 days ago or something he said that, so.
I don't actively collect Game & Watches. I'm not looking to get into it. The old ones are expensive. If you collect Game & Watches, it's pricey. So, I know that this new one came out, a lot of people are picking them up just for this one. But I'm worried that if I picked it up, it'd be start a new road. It'd be well, I have one, I might as well try and finish them. That's, something to be concerned with.
Someone said, don't eat Dickies, eat local when you go to Texas.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
What's the gas station in Texas? The gas station. There's a gas station, a important one.
Oh, that's Soraka. I don't know.
Buc-ee's. Thank you.
Buc-ee's. Oh, with the nuts. Not nuts. Nuggets?
Nuggets. Beaver nuggets. We're getting one.
Really?
Do you know where they're putting it?
No.
Outside of Florence on 95.
Okay.
Kind of by south of the border.
Okay, so we will see it.
Yeah.
When we travel next.
Yeah.
Whenever we travel 2020. You all see where John Oliver blew up 2020? That was nice. Saw that and I was like, I feel better. We 300 bits from Reed, who says, today's breakfast stream is brought to you by food. What food? Doesn't matter. Just food, all the food.
Yeah.
Today's breakfast stream, you just mean breakfast stream, the stream. All the time, always food, talking about food. All right, let's start to wrap up. We are approaching 2 hours. It's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
Back to Pikmin 3. This is a new recording session. Be gentle. Be gentle, because we went near as a hair 2 weeks without playing Pikmin, because we wanted to get comments. So we read the comments from episodes 2 to 7, and then we used that to do episode 8. But, what happens when you haven't played a game in 2 weeks? Well, you start the game and you're like, how do I play this game? And also for the map, you're like, what is this map? What were we doing?
Yeah.
So, that fades quickly because we get back into it. But you know.
Setsy says, who forgot the whistle button? That's not the button I forgot.
I'm gonna tell them now, and it'll be a breakfast stream. It'll be a breakfast stream special that they'll know what to look for. At the beginning of the episode, I talk about I talk about how we've read the comments, and overwhelmingly the comments were good. There's always a few people that are like, I know Pikmin very well, and I'm like, oh, okay. But the overall biggest tip was you should be charging more, because charging is just very helpful in this game. It's very powerful. So I took that to heart. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do that. So throughout episode 8, I charge more, and from episode 8 onward, I charge more. I told Mal this, and she's like, okay. Watch Mal's screen. Mal does not charge at all in episode 8. And at the end of episode 8, she says, like off screen, she's like, how do I charge again? And I was like, oh my god! She's like, I kept pressing Y and I wasn't charging. And I was like, it's X. And she goes, oh. So now you'll have this information as you go.
I start charging on day 9.
Yeah, well, it's been a lot of there's a lot of encouragement, because there's been a lot of times playing since day 8 that, like, I hear from Mal's side of the screen, and I look over and Mal's, you know, toss, and I have to be like, Mallory, just press X, and she goes, oh yeah. So we're getting there. I got there a lot faster than Mal did, but she's getting there. We're getting there. It's fine.
It's just really hard, because we're playing 3 games. I'm playing 3 games.
We're playing 3 games.
And they all have a whistle. And they're all quite different.
It's been fun. It's been fun. The thing is, like, we have so much food. We have so much, like, juice or whatever.
Oh.
Like, we're not going to lose. You know, we're not going to lose the game. There has been, in this last recording session that we did a fair bit, because Dan's going to be leaving for Thanksgiving and wants to have stuff done. And I was like, okay. So we did a fair bit, and it's a little more anxiety-inducing, honestly. Like, it's not approached Pikmin 2 levels, but there's definitely been some points where it was a little stressful. Yeah. It's more stressful when we're in the same spot. Do you notice that?
Yeah.
When we're off doing our own things, like,
I do better. And feel more confident in what I'm doing.
Sure. But when we get back to the same,
and we're like, we're gonna go do this thing together.
Yeah. That's when we are judging each other's performances. Because we need each other. You know, whenever if we've met up together, we probably need more than 50 Pikmin. And that part's been a little stressful, especially because occasionally the game just takes all of your Pikmin and gives them to the other person.
Yes, that I was just gonna say. That's been frustrating.
Like that. There's been quite a few times where there's cutscenes. Whoever gets to the cutscene first, the game's like, look at this cutscene. Anyway, and then it takes all of the Pikmin and gives them to the person at the cutscene. And I'm like, what are you doing, game? You can't just do that. You can't just take all of the Pikmin and give them to one person.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. You can tell that the game was originally for one person, and they've tweaked stuff to make it 2-player, but they didn't tweak everything.
I feel like that was forgotten.
It's going to get patched.
I
almost.
think so.
I bet that
it's
almost
really
certainly is going to get patched.
Because, like, you can dismiss the Pikmin into their groups.
Yeah.
But then, like, to split them back up where we each had, like, you know, an equal number of each
There's
color.
no good way to do it.
Yeah.
The only good way, if someone winds up with 100 and you're trying to give half of them to the other person, the only good way to do it is to throw them.
Yeah.
Because when you dismiss them, when you call the groups, the whole group comes.
Yeah.
And then you've got a situation where, like, I'm taking all of the rocks and the yellows, and Mal's taking all of the reds and the fairies, and I'm like, that's not a good situation.
Yeah.
You need to have it where we can each have half of stuff, because if I get to a place where I need reds and you have them, what am I supposed to do? Anyway. Sorry. We do need to end the stream. Serena from Aldo says, need to extend the stream by a minute. Steven, have you watched a movie this year? No.
No.
The last movie I saw was December 2018. I watched Star Wars, the original trilogy. Yeah. Maybe we'll watch something at Christmas.
Maybe.
Anyway. All right. Thank you all so much for being here. Pikmin later today. Otherwise, nothing to announce. And I guess we'll just see you on Thursday at 9 a.m. Eastern for more breakfast stream. Have a great day, you guys.